Canine officers are notorious for their hard work on the force.
Now a veterinarian's son is helping some of the dogs get some help.
And now a veterinarian's son is fetching help so the pups can enjoy a relaxing retirement.
Now a veterinarian's son is fetching help so their retirement years won't be so rough.
Hi there, Lynn. A high school student came up with the idea here to help retired police canines and their handlers by covering pricey medical bills. For 7 years, Zeus served in the Miami-Dade Police Department, taking down bad guys and sniffing out trouble.
He had over 400 missions, apprehension missions. On the explosive side, he had close to 300 missions.
But once Zeus stepped down, instead of protecting others, he was the one needing help. And that responsibility was taken on by his handler, a sergeant with the Miami-Dade Police Department.
And I found myself, like many retired canine handlers, wondering what I was going to do with that huge expense that I assumed now as a result of his retirement.
Zeus got sick, and Sergeant Mendez needed help.
The officer went to an agency, or actually to a group, a fund in Ohio, to get support, to get some money to help with the care, and that didn't seem just quite right.
He was telling me how basically the dog had extreme healthcare issues, but were very treatable, and they're very expensive and economically taxing to the officer. So I figured it'd be a great way to start a fund.
So the 16-year-old Palmer Trinity School student in Palmetto Bay started the South Florida Fund for Retired Law Enforcement Canines.
These dogs every day save lives, the officers' lives, people's lives, sniff bombs, drugs, illegal money. So I feel like they deserve the care.
And any canine handler will tell you that the most humbling, most rewarding job that you can have as a police officer is working with a four-legged partner.
Y Adam, ¿qué te hizo a ti empezar con esta fundación? ¿Qué fue lo que te motivó?
What motivated you to start this foundation?
My father's a veterinarian.
Mi padre es veterinario.
He takes care of the police and law enforcement dogs.
Y cuida a los perros de la policía.
And one day an officer came in with a retired dog who needed special medical assistance, and it was very economically taxing.
Un día un oficial vino con un perro que tenía muchos problemas, los biles del veterinario eran altos.
And he had to go to a fund in Ohio.
Claro, y costear eso, y aquí no había nada. Entonces viniste tú con esta maravillosa idea de crear esta fundación, que de hecho ha sido reconocida. Recientemente recibiste una buena donación de una de las compañías que venden comidas y accesorios para animales, ¿verdad?
You received money from a foundation, from Petco Foundation, recently for $10,000, correct?
Mm-hmm. Recently we filled out a grant to receive, maybe apply for money from the Petco Foundation.
Recientemente firmó una beca para una fundación de
Qué
Petco.
bueno, qué maravilloso. Porque la verdad que estos perros son especiales, no es como cualquier otro perrito, sino ellos han estado a través de su vida trabajando fuertemente para nosotros y tienen un entrenamiento muy especial y necesitan un cuidado muy especial.
Patrol dogs. Patrol dogs are the dogs that are out there basically to support patrol officers in the field, basically finding bad guys and catching bad guys.
This program, when I heard, is very, very touching because of the amount of sacrifice these dogs do for us. I mean, they do not think twice about doing what we ask them to do. They go into the building could be an armed subject. The dog goes in to save human life. Regardless if he bites and apprehends, maybe it prevents an officer from shooting him. So these are all things that these dogs do for us because they love it. And I think it's just a great program.
Canines, law enforcement from all the different agencies in town and in the county and the city. And most of these canines do not have retirement money, let's call it, or a pension. And so there's a great need because when these dogs are retired, the police officer who usually handles these dogs, has been their handler and their mate and their partner really for sometimes many, many, many years.
Officer, what is your specific roles in the unit? Well, I'm in charge of the unit. I'm a lieutenant, so my main thing that I have to do is I overlook the well-being of all the animals.
How well do these dogs adjust to living in the house after they're finished working, when they're retired?
You know, some of them adjust very well. We have several right now that are older. Where I've seen other dogs, they almost get depressed because they can't come to work anymore, and they don't last as long because they see another dog going to work, and they see their handler going to work, and they get depressed and they can't handle that kind of stress. But I think that's a tribute to how much they enjoy working when they're working.
I believe that by starting this fund, we may give these dogs a happy and healthy retirement.